The director of the upcoming WandaVision has revealed some big news in regards to the series. It's not even finished yet. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense if we just look at TV. So when it comes to TV, things are obviously different. It's a different scale, it's a different way to shoot things, it's a different way to tell a story, it's a longer, more formatted template, if you will. Various different things. We know for a fact you approach TV differently than you approach a movie. That's just a fact. And how you also split up the money, budget, post-production, it's all different. There's a lot of shows that shoot completely different than their films that are counterparts coming from the same studio, sometimes from the same people. Which brings us to WandaVision. Recently, speaking with SFX Magazine, the director of the series talked about how they are, and I quote, in a mad sprint to the finish line, and that even though they wrapped up shooting, they have not completed all the post-production work and editing. Now again, let's just go back to TV, for example, and let's use comic books as the best example for comparison. All comic book TV shows that you guys have probably seen in the last decade are done just like this. They're usually wrapping up finishing the last couple episodes or are editing the last couple episodes when the first one starts to air, because that's just sort of how you do it, honestly. It's a different turnaround. Again, it's different size and scale and scope, and everything is different. I mean, there's literally reports from back before Crisis on Infinite Earths aired. They were finishing up shooting 3 weeks before the first episode aired. So that sort of gives you an idea. And typically post-production time on any given episode on a higher budget can range from 2 to 4 weeks max. So if, like WandaVision, your episode count is closer to 10, let's say, even though WandaVision's not exactly 10, you realistically are still sometimes working on the 10th episode when the 4th and 5th one is about to air. Now, this could also be additional things, like let's say they were shooting Doctor Strange and they wanted a cameo that they could only fit when that was being shot. Well, this is where you would do it. Or they're shooting the 3rd Spider-Man film, and we don't know how it's going to spin off of WandaVision, but Kevin Feige did say it will. So what if one of these Spider-Men ends up appearing in the last episode? Well, naturally, you can't shoot that before they started shooting Spider-Man 3. So you would go to that set and shoot whatever you need to, or bring the actor to your set and shoot whatever you need to. So again, it's a different approach because there's so many things going on, so many different parts. And if we look at Marvel Studios, for example, as the prime example, because that's the best comparison you can literally make, is the same studio. Remember when Gwyneth Paltrow had no idea that she was in a Spider-Man movie because they shot her scenes during a Avengers movie? Same type of thing here. They're still editing because it's a fluid sort of behind the scenes thing. You can shoot stuff for one project, ends up in another. We know that's how Marvel Studios works, so it's really not a surprise.